When your pen sensitivity stops working. Pikachu would like your credit card details. He can have them. Memento Mori ring, England, late 17th to early 18th century. You could put a skittle in there. Please, wake me for snacks and drinks. Thank you. Me. Saw a kitty squishing some flowers in the yard, and she looked at me like she had arcane secrets. Artistic rendition. That's obviously a medicine cat collecting herbs for her clan. I bought an Echo and a Wi-Fi light bulb, just so I could say computer, turn off the light instead of getting out from under the covers to flip the switch. Problem found. My husband keeps yelling for the Echo to play certain songs before he enters the bedroom so he can have entrance music appropriate to his mood. This sounds like the opposite of a problem. Here's to all the kids who never find their name on anything in souvenir stores. They named my brother Dennis. A moment of silence OFRs of Jeston. Life is an angry hockey dad named Paul, and I'm a fiberglass window. I have a habit of being too casual everywhere, so one time, while I was working, I accidentally said "What scracalakin" to an old woman looking for medication, and she replied, "My bones, dear." This app is truly amazing. Imagine if giraffes had 2 legs. That just looks like the front view of a giraffe. Oh well, excuse me princess, do you need a side view of it prancing through nature? So I was playing Minecraft and trying to build a house, and I forgotten that I had a Nicolas Cage texture pack. Then it started raining. I effing screamed. I can't wait until like 20 years after weed is fully legalized and nobody cares anymore and comedians have to make real movies with real jokes. Train. When someone calls you out for making a Homestuck reference, but they were the one who got the reference in the first place. Homestuck police. Homestuck police. Poems. And I looked into the windows of her soul and said, B. Credit to this kid in my class. This is great. My boss called me on Discord and he's asking me serious work questions, but I'm nearly choking to death. And he keeps asking me what's wrong, but how am I supposed to be professional when his icon is this? Horror games are so fascinating to me. Too bad I'm a massive scaredy cat and can't directly play any of them. Game developers. So we have monsters, demons, and whatnot in this game. We worked really hard so they'd be scary. Me from a distance. Absolutely fantastic, you nerds. Give me more. And that's why I like watching Let's Players. So glad I'm not the only one who like horror games, but doesn't play them, so they watch Let's Players get scared instead. You know when you're on the verge of a mental breakdown / crying and someone tries to talk to you, so you just feel like, where does lasagna come from? Wizards from a mystical land barely tethered to this reality wrote great spells in tomes called cookbooks that anyone can cast. Thought it comes from caves. Am I thinking of quartz again? Easy mistake. Nuts. Coincidentally, nuts also comes from caves. You are thinking of quartz again. Today I learned that if you want to slash someone's tires, don't slash all 4, only slash 3, because if you slash all 4 their insurance will pay for it, but if you only slash 3 they have to pay for it all out of pocket. The more you know. Today on Satan makes a blog post. Tumblr. I tried to sign up, but they said I had to be 13 or over. I'm so sick of this crap. Kik has a 17 or over age limit, and they deleted my app. Now Tumblr won't let me sign up, and I hate their snide comment in the terms that said, if you're not 13, ask your parents for Xbox or try books. Do they think that just because we're not 13 that we're too young? They are such idiots. Found the 12-year-old. This is almost as fun as Find the Vegan. We are in entertainment clowns. We simply eat healthy. Go back to Burger King. I found the vegan. This is like the exact opposite of that knife cat picture. And somehow the cat's face had the same energy. The dopest thing about horses is that they're basically grass engines. Like, grass goes in, fast comes out. Most things that produce fast, like cheetahs and cars, use much more heavily processed grass, like horses and oil.
And yeah, here horses are producing the fast with only the grass. Are you okay? If I ever doubt myself, I just ask what would Doubt Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, do? My cousin has 2 deaf parents and just posted, "You don't know the struggle until you're run out of toilet paper and everyone in your house is deaf." And I'm laughing really hard. Well, let me be clear. Donald Trump may be a rat, but I have no desire to copulate with him, Krause said, bizarrely implying he is attracted to rodents. 2016 is quite a year. Ted Cruz is literally an alien making up human idioms and hoping they work. I'm so stressed. I looked this up because I didn't believe, but he actually did say this. Banch. It was that Banksy F again. How dull for you to live your life without any hills to die on. You, on your vast flat barren plains of compromise, acceptance, and accommodation, while I reign supreme over the lush, rolling highlands of stupid I have irrationally chosen to stake my entire identity on. Instructions on food. Cook 20 to 24 minutes. Me, using my superior intellect, I have deduced that the optimal cooking time is precisely 22 minutes. I'm sorry bro, says here your N-word pass expired in the 1950s. Me very Friday night. Is this that guy that uses a syringe to put his semen in chicken eggs and cuts them open later to see if he can find his living son inside? Is this who now? Character in a series starts getting a suspicious amount of character development, more screen time, and becomes a major focus in one story. Me. Oh good. I was looking forward to getting to know more about this character. I can't wait to see where they take the same character in a series dies. Me. Someday I'll learn. Hey, you know that really disturbing thing where you yawn and your salivary gland shoots a concentrated spray of saliva out of one of its horrid nozzles, like you're a venom spitting snake for some god awful reason? This is the most distressing post I've ever read, because not only have I never once seen or even heard of this, but there are dozens of people in the notes reaffirming it with shit like, yeah, I do that all the time. I had a friend who could do this on command. What the real, genuine fucking fuck? A Cube Bandit scribbled version. Like this post, if you are a cube, reblog if you are its scribbled version. People who exercise a lot get knee injuries from overdoing it. People who only exercise occasionally get knee injuries from being unprepared for the exertion. People who don't exercise get knee injuries from being out of shape. Maybe knees just suck. Can't believe I've been friend-zoned by a skeleton. I need more context on this. Can't believe I've been friend-zoned by a skeleton. I can't believe that changing the font provides more context than actually explaining it. What's your gender? Semicolon close bracket. Are you sure you entered a valid gender? HM. Google is cancelled. Also, just like, warning, but if you use a custom gender on Google, you get targeted ads from religious YouTube channels. Like, that's not a hoax. I used to get them a lot, and whenever you hit the "Why am I getting this ad" button, it says, because of the gender listed on your Google account. I turned off targeted advertising for that reason. It's my grandpa's birthday next week, and he said I don't want to be 85, and my grandmother, his wife of 59.5 years, said, well, your only alternative is to die. I can't believe how affectionate they are. I was having lunch with them today, and my grandpa started throwing napkins at my grandmother, and she balled it up and looked all set to throw it back, but then she put it down and said, I will not throw it because I was brought up properly. You were dragged. She has spent 3/4 of her life with this man. Okay, but if Ultron can fill the vibranium thief's account with billions of dollars by just being connected to the internet, I guess, then why doesn't he just crash the world economy? Or if you're going to steal $1 billion to pay a guy, steal it from Stark, bankrupt Tony Stark, and see what he can do without any fucking cash. Seriously, Ultron could crash every plane on Earth with his abilities, and yet decides to throw a rock. What the F? What a waste of a terrifying villain. I shoved John into the vending machine. Goodbye, John. My favorite alternative to first world problems when talking about a problem with the failure of modern technology is like a goddamn medieval peasant. I picked it up from my girlfriend. For example, today I had to fax a document like a goddamn medieval peasant.
Today some guy very confidently ordered a busted nut parfait on drive-thru without hesitation, and I had to ask if he meant a peanut butter parfait without crying. Update. Today someone asked for a peanut butter parfait with light syrup and heavy nut and I laughed from the ice cream machine, and he heard me. I like to reverse things here, a reverse Medusa and a reverse Centaur. Not Zeus, but I love this. The way we perceive time and history is so weird. I get so tripped out when I think about how Cleopatra lived closer to the iPhone being invented than she did to the Great Pyramids being built, or how Stonehenge would have already been ruins when Jesus walked the earth, or how Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire, or how Anne Frank and MLK were born in the same year. Like, man, it's also crazy